Hey there, it's Kim. This has been percolating for me all day, and then like 3 or 4 people were writing in the mind body community, and one person I spoke with on the phone that this came up where we're getting so triggered, but we're seeing the thing that's triggering us as the problem. And it's like, oh, I've just got to get this out of my life, or I've just got to get this thing handled, and then I'll be free and clear. And the thing that's happening, like we're missing the whole point. It's kind of like, if you have, here I'm in my kitchen, you get your pots and you get like grimy, gunky, junky stuff on the pot. And then you want to clean the pot to have it be nice and shiny. So you have, like a nice soft little sponge and all that feels good on the pot, but it doesn't get it clean. It doesn't get the gunky, junky stuff. So you get something like really rough and really gritty and you scrub and scrub and scrub, or you get, like one of these things and you're like, or something abrasive that has texture and grit. And that's the thing that's gonna clean off all the grime, and then you have a clean pan. And it's the same thing with the triggers in our life, or the things that we maybe don't like or make us most uncomfortable. We're all asking on some level, even if it's not conscious, for more, for love and expansion and joy and all the things that make us more whole. And so if you have everything in your life that's like just, oh, I just want it all to be la la love and just be in ease, and like we kind of want to live in a smaller and smaller space so that I'm avoiding negative people, but it's actually that gritty, grimy thing, the person that triggers you the most and irritates you the most, or really brings up your crap, that is helping you clear it. And just like you can't clean the pot without like the gritty texture, these things are a massive, massive gift in our life. Like we want something with that grit, and we want something with that texture to bring up the parts of us that are unhealed, where we're still holding an edge, where we're still holding our darkness and it hasn't been freed. And so I had a conversation with someone about this morning and how it plays into the whole darkness and light. We think the smooth, all the nice things are really good, and then the gritty, hard things are bad. And that is not what's happening at all. What's actually happening is so many of these things with texture and with grit that really bring up our stuff are the greatest gifts, because without that, it's like we just keep that grime there, but it's all smoothed out on top and we don't even notice it. But you can't receive more until you clean out the gunk. And so we've got to actually embrace the darkness, or the things that resonate in that level. Anything that brings up your fear, your greatest fear, like get it, that it's really uncomfortable. The things that bring up your greatest feeling of inadequacy. Can you invite that? Because you don't want to hold on to those things anymore. You can't be more of you and more of the light that you are unless you allow those to release. So we have to embrace our darkness in order to receive more light. But the reality is, none of it is good and bad. It's all just what it is. It's all beautiful. And these people or things or experiences that bring up the darkest parts of ourselves that maybe we haven't wanted to meet, they are also light. They're not bad. They're not wrong. They're not the things that you got to avoid. They are actually your greatest gifts. So can you let yourself see everything as this gift? And I want to give an awesome example of that. I came across a woman recently who creates harmonics to help the body release old energies. And she was describing the process to me, which I thought was genius, because everything is energy. Our body is energy. Music is energy. And she's putting these harmonics with music. And she said, as you listen to them, there may be some points where you feel really uncomfortable, but that's because the harmonics are like vibrating with those lower frequencies that you have still carried. Now, those are like tucked away and embedded in certain areas. Like, I'm not going to ever revisit that again. Let me just be in the good stuff. But we don't realize that we've tucked these things away in pockets, and that we have to release that before we can be more whole. And so she shared with me, Kim, you're going to notice at certain parts you might feel really uncomfortable, but it's just the music resonating those lower frequencies so that they can be released. So whenever I listen to the music, and there are moments, because I'll be in like deep relaxation, that I'll feel that, and I'm like, oh, this is the good thing. This is the good part. This is releasing those old frequencies. And it's helped me throughout my life and throughout my day, when I'm going about my life, to notice the gritty things in my life that make me uncomfortable or trigger something, and do the same thing and say, oh, this is freeing me of these old energies that I have chosen to live beyond. So see if you can do the same thing and welcome instead of resist, that maybe that person who just always gets your goat and you're like, or if you're in a job or like in an experience that you're like, I don't want to do this, but hey, there you are. You got to embrace what is. Can I embrace this and receive it and know it is exactly like those frequencies she's described? It is resonating those previously unmovable spaces that I wasn't even aware of, to let them begin to move out, because that's exactly what's happening. It's like you get all that, gritty stuff that's in there, and then it's all muddy and gunky and gross, and you've got to like clean out the pan, and it will easily fall away because you've moved the stuff, because you've gotten into the grit and scrounged it out and let it be free, so that you can be more free. So I hope that's a great analogy. That really helped me a ton to embrace what's happening in my life in these little corners where sometimes it is uncomfortable, but always, always, always it is a gift that's freeing me to receive even more. Okay, lots of love. I'm Kim Duramo at drkimd.com. If you'd like more in mind, body, medicine, definitely subscribe in YouTube, and you can subscribe at drkimd.com to receive more from me. Lots of love. Bye.